Okay, today we're doing Module 8 Descriptive Statistics, S.ID.3 Level 1 Reteach. So I have some hints. When you see a mean is less than the median, we know it's going to be a skewed left graph. If we see a mean greater than median, we know it's going to be skewed right. Use the data below to find the measures of central tendency and measure a variation to the nearest tenth if necessary. So the first thing you do whenever you get a set of data is make sure you put them in order from least to greatest. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. So I see that that's simple, easy, simple math is just putting it in order. Now, the median is the middle number. There's 6 points in my data, so it's going to be between 80 and 85. So what I do is I just come over here, I add those together, and then I divide by 2, and you should get 82.5. Now, the population mean and the regular mean is the same. It's the same number. So what you do is you add up all these numbers, 50, 75, 80, 85, 92, and 95. You add them all together, and you get 477. I divide by 6, and I get 79.5, and I know that this is the same answer. The IQR is quartile 3, which is right here. It's the middle of the upper half, and quartile 1, which is the middle of the lower half, and you subtract those two numbers, and you will get the interquartile range, which is 17. Now, to get standard deviation, we are taking the mean, which is this number, and we're going to subtract it from each of these numbers. So I'm going to do the first one. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go 50, and then I'm going to go minus 79.5, and then it's going to equal negative 29.5, and then you're going to square it. And when I square it, I'm going to get 870.25. Let me do one more, and then I'm going to pause this because I'm going to do this on my own, and then I'll go over what we do next after I write it all down. So you see that I subtract, I get negative 4.5. I'm going to square that number, and I'm going to get 20.25. Now I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to write down the next numbers, and then we'll go from there. So then what I did, continued going through, and I squared all the numbers, and then I'm going to take these numbers right here. This number, this number, this number, this number, and this number, and I add them all together, and I get this nice big number right here. Once I get this nice big number, I'm going to go and find the standard deviation. I see how many data points I have, and I see that there's 6 of them. So I'm going to take that, I'm going to take the square root, and I'm going to divide by 6. And I got 14.8. Now to do the sample standard deviation, it's the same thing, except the one difference is, and I'm going to put it in red, is 1 less. The number is always 1 less than the bottom number, than how many numbers we have, and my answer would be 16.2. Now, what is the possible shape of the data if we were to represent this data graphically? Well, keep in mind with what I just said. I'm looking at the mean and the median. So now look at, so I got 79.5 is less than 82.5. That's what I have. So that's telling me the mean is less than the median. Therefore, it's skewed left. So let's take a look at the next one. So again, the very first thing we always do whenever we get a set of data is put them in order from least to greatest. So that's what I'm going to be quickly just doing right now. Now this time I see that I have 5 data points. So the median is super easy. It's just going to be 19. Now, I need to get the mean, and the mean is when you add up all the numbers. So if I add up 12, 18, 19, 22, and 25, I get 96, and I divide by 5, and I get 19.2, which is the same for the sample population. It's the same. To get the quartiles, we need to find quartile 3 and quartile 2. Quartile 3 is found between 22 and 25. This is quartile 3. And the quartile 1 is found between 12 and 18. So let's do quartile 1 would be 12 plus 18, divide by 2, and I'm going to get 30 divided by 2, or 15. So quartile 1 equals 15. Quartile 3 is going to be 22 plus 25 divided by 2, or 47 divided by 2, or 23.5. Then you take 23.5 and you minus 15, and you're going to get 8.5. Now, we're going to do the same thing. I am going to take each one of these numbers, and I'm going to use the mean, and we're going to get our standard deviation. So again, we're going to go 12 minus 19.2. That's going to get me negative 7.2. We're going to square it, and we're going to get 51.84. There we go. I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to finish writing these down, and then we'll touch bases in just a moment. Okay, so again, I wrote down the numbers. The first one was 51.84, 1.44, 0.04, 7.84, and then 33.64. So I'm going to add this number, this number, this number, and this number, and this number. You add them together, and you get 94.80. So then you come over here, and you're going to put the 94.80 underneath the radical, so 94.80 divided by 5, and I'm going to get 4.4. So that's my answer, 4.4. Then to get the sample one, I'm going to take 94.80. I'm going to go one less, which is 4, and I'm going to get 4.89, which would really be 4.9 if you round. Now, let's take a look at these. So the mean of the data is 8, and the median is 14. So the mean is less than on the median, so it's skewed left. Taking a look at the next picture. So this one, if you look at it, it looks like it's going to my right. That's what it looks like. So if it looks like it's going to my right, it's always the opposite of what you're thinking. So if I say it looks like it's going to my right, it's really skewed left. And finally, this one looks like it's really going to my left side. So then I'm going to say it's skewed right. So basically, it's like the opposite of what you're thinking. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.